I've just come off the back of watching Interstellar. Holy damn, that was a goddamn good movie. This is gonna be my quick review. I say it's semi-quick. Just my thoughts and feelings about the review, different characters, the plot, emotions, and everything like running through my head really quickly. There's so much to go through. It's an amazing goddamn movie. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So first and foremost, I'll cover my personal feelings. Immediately, movie waste. Overall, this movie is so good, it wastes no scenes. No scenes, no dialogue. Feels like, oh yeah, why was that in the movie for no reason? You cut out any section. Then it's like, okay, cool, something doesn't make sense. The characters' emotions are read properly. Da da da. It is such a beautiful, straight to the point, clear cut movie. Holy sugar, honey, iced tea. And yeah, throughout the whole thing, you're just sitting on the edge of your seat, just hooked by the whole thing. Like there is just constant, like beautiful balance. I'll get into it in a second. Like it's just a whole beautiful balancing act of like tension, drama, stakes, curiosity. What's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? The whole movie. And let's bear in mind it's like a 3 hour movie almost. And I was like putting it off because it was like, okay, cool, it's a 3 hour movie. I'll watch it. I know, I'm late to the party, da da da. But still, like, what the? Oh my god, what a good movie. But yeah, that's what my personal feelings towards it. All right, plot. The plot of Interstellar. I've made a couple notes here. So basic and easy to understand. Like you don't need to know mad science, da da da. You don't need to know nothing. It's just okay, cool. Introduced immediately. Like the planet Earth is in a struggle, da da da. The food sources, blah blah blah. Like there is barely a solution. And then now they're like, okay, cool. We need you to pilot this ship and like go find like another planet that we can inhabit. Oh my god! And then you find out what's it called? That the guy's been lying about the whole thing for the whole time. He's just been chatting breeze like, oh yeah, you're gonna go out. Then that's plan A. If T's find a solution, you don't. Then we're gonna use plan B. I should have had red flags in my head, be like, yo, what's plan B? It's never been mentioned. It's mad vague. But I was like, let's not like let's not think about it too much. Let's focus on plan A. Like there's no get out. So then you're fully into this, if that makes sense. And that's how like kind of how I thought about it. Like, yeah, let's just focus on plan A. Your motivation, like your mission as pilots is just do plan A, which is obviously find a habitable planet type shit. We colonize from there. Which is still in my head if you think about it now. Like, so you're abandoning Earth's situation, if that makes sense. Because when you have a plan B, you're like 1 foot out the door almost. But yeah, basic, nice, easy to understand. And then I said, yeah, nice for creating problems. Like the plot was so good. Like there's so many areas where it could have gone wrong, if that makes sense. And I recently watched this as a movie called The Long Walk, and that its premise was good. Like, oh yeah, the soldier on a long walk, like stay within your line type thing. But there's not much room apart from like character drama that's with the person next to you and the people walking around you for it to extend beyond that. But this movie, beautiful, creates problems, da da da. Like so much like stuff could happen if that makes sense. Like, oh, the betrayal when they found the other guy. Like what happens? There's just so much. It's so good. It's so good. But yeah. And then emotions. Okay, the emotions that I was feeling, like I said, it was a beautiful push and pull balance between like, okay, things are good. That's another problem, which is a problem with like the emotional decisions, for example, whether to pick the planet like that things level was on, and then the other planet where the more detailed stuff like the signal was coming because the guy was still alive and stuff like that. But yeah, I thought it was a beautiful balance of emotions. Like you don't, it's kind of like you don't really get tired of it. Like I started to get tired of it when it was like, okay, cool. When he was on the ship on his own, Copper, whatever his name, was on the ship by himself, and then it's like, okay, cool. You just had him split off, if that makes sense. That was like, yo. And then that's when the movie comes into that final act of like, okay, cool, here's the wrap up. By the time we got there, it's like, okay, we're done with the highs and low highs, the up drama, up and down drama, da, da, da. And then it's like, okay, the final like act of him finding this fifth dimensional whatnot. Da, da, da. When it gets there, it's like, yes, if that makes sense, we're done with that plot part. But yeah, I thought it was a beautiful balance between push and pull. And then another point was, oh yeah, having the balance between having big problems. So like, okay, cool, how are we gonna save humanity? And then also having a balance of the smaller issues, if that makes sense. Which still like big issues. For example, the big issue being say how to save humanity, and the smaller issue being what's it called? The like, oh, leaving your child behind, dealing with that emotional way. Do you see what I mean? Picking what planet to choose. So there was plenty of to think about emotionally throughout the whole movie, which I thought was crazy. Like it always had you like teeth hooked onto like some form of tension or some form of decision, and it's just escalate. It doesn't escalate in like a needless way. Like we need to make it bigger. It's just we escalate with the problems at hand and the stakes and the journey that had and the plot that provided that bigger beat, if that makes sense. And then I love the natural tension between logic and emotional decisions, if that makes sense. For example, deciding between the two planets. What was was it more logical to go to the one with barely any data, but we know some guy's alive on the planet, like a high chance of the guy being alive, or do we go to the planet with more data that's flourishing, if that makes sense? And it's like they're arguing about, okay, which one's the better decision. Then you find out she's got a love interest that's on the planet she used to like, da da da, which puts a cut off from that decision. But then remember, he says in the next line, like she's unplugging and checking the research shit, and then she's like, okay, cool, but now it's your turn going to be next. If you find Nish on this planet, we're gonna go to the other one, if that makes sense. So you ain't seeing your kids nothing. I thought that was boss. That was so sick. But yeah, that's kind of the emotional sides. That's immediately what I thought. Characters. I want to touch on three characters. So Cooper, the main character, I thought his character was the perfect balance. He had so much depth to it. Like the perfect balance. I wrote balance of stress, passion, and daredevilness is what's like the three traits that stood out for his character. How he balanced, for example, he had this kid, and then he was balancing the stress and doubt while doing the mission. Like you could realize he was on a goal, like hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, do this, do this, do this, do this. And then the passion of like exploration to do this, like to find another planet. Okay, cool. Let's, for example, he's like, okay, there's like a 2% chance of this, we're doing it. There's a 0% chance, we're doing it. Even like when the ship is spinning, where the guy blows up in a hole, da da da. He's like, okay, cool, we're gonna light it up, even though it's spinning mad fast. Even the AI is telling him Tars. Tars is a beautiful, like little AI character, by the way. He's like, yo, are you sure you want to do this? I love the fact that he's saying like sarcasm and humor. It's like such a nice step to it. I haven't played Borderlands, but it gives me what what's his name? Claptrap or whatever. It's like that's what he's meant to be almost, but obviously Borderlands ain't so good with him. But yeah. So I thought, yeah, and then the actor, I never knew this was Matthew McConaughey whatnot. I'm so terrible with movies. But yeah, he played the character so perfectly. It's like, what? Like you fully get absorbed into this character, if that makes sense. Like with all like, and they're so like relatable struggles in the sense. Obviously, he's a father. He's got his daughter, and you see leave his daughter. Then you see at the end, he's like, no, no. He's watching back at his like the decision that he made. And in my head, I'm thinking, bro, you made the decision like before, but it's like that's your daughter. It's like the memories, the emotions started kicking. Like it's powered by love. Blah, blah, blah. It's so beautiful. I love this character. And I would draw here for like the actor is perfect casting. Then Murphy, the daughter, even as she ages up, well, she's changed the actor, but I love like the character how it was a balance of between what's it called, hopefulness and anger and resentment towards her father, if that makes sense, and how the character and the actor balances like the beautiful line between all of it. I thought that was legendary. Like you see the anger that she has and why she has the anger and the resentment for her father. But it's like it's never like hateful, like oh I want to kill you type shit or like off a bad decision. It's like he's a guy. The dad's Cooper's a guy that just he wants to make something of himself, if that makes sense. But while having a daughter is kind of difficult. It's like the idea of like okay, as a father, you just give up all your dreams because you're raising a family. Da, da, da. Like a beautiful quote that I had that I took away from the movie was when Cooper's talking to the little child Murphy, and he remembers a quote that his mother said that was like, "Okay, we're here, we're here to, we're here to become memories of our child's future, if that makes sense. So when your kid grows up, you as parents, like you're gonna be their future, their memories, and because they're gonna grow up, have a life of their own," which I thought was really like a really good takeaway quote. But yeah, I thought Murphy and the actor that portrayed Murphy, I forgot her name right now, portrayed beautifully all throughout all the stages, like just so beautiful. Like you could just see her trying, like through anger, resentment type thing, trying to figure this out. I thought it was beautiful. And then I want to touch on the third one, man. I don't know, this is just written man, you know. His character was blessed. Like he's so like you could see he's convincing. That's the thing. He's so convincing. Like you find him and he's like, oh yeah, this planet's perfect. Da, da, da. And you're thinking, oh yeah, the planet's blessed. And then you're like, okay, cool. Then he's walking away. Da, da, da. Things are going problem. Today it don't look right. And it's like, huh? You see him pull out the cord. He's like, yeah. Boom. Throws it down the thing. At first, I thought, how is this a good planet? If you said in the daytime it's cold and they landed at daytime and the clouds were frozen, so that's already a struggle to get water. But then I guess there's ice in it. But at nighttime it's even colder. So what the hell's surviving on this planet? That's what I thought. I was like, this is basically walking around Everest. There's nothing on Everest, if that makes sense. Like, how are you convincing people? But I guess like they're so hopeful and excited for it, so it makes sense. And then his whole betrayal. I think his character during the thing was a bit like there wasn't much to him apart from obviously he's a problem creator, but he did his job and he left us with like a semi-complete like purpose, if that makes sense. But yeah, I thought those three characters are standout characters to me that I wanted to mention something about them. And then the visuals, they did exactly what they needed to do. Like they worked perfectly as visuals. It's probably a film that you need to watch in IMAX to get like the full like actual wowzer of the movie, if that makes sense. But I'm watching it on, I'm not gonna say my sources in it. But yeah, so I said did exactly what you needed to do. You should have watched it on IMAX. And apparently the whole like that whole black hole thing apparently was scientifically accurate. I don't know how like they managed to get it. I was thinking like the whole black hole and that actually apparently it's scientifically accurate. They discovered years later. So like Nolan was before that, like if that makes sense. Clocked it on before that. But yeah. And finally, the score for this movie. I like score it out of 10 out of 10. Don't give me it. I'm not doing it out of fives. Because fives, like, say you feel like in between a 4 and a 5. That's nah. So I give scores out of 10. I gave it a 10 out of 10. I was thinking in my brain, like, what can I nitpick out of this movie? What would I want to change, if that makes sense? Or what could have made the movie better? Niche. Characters, perfect. Emotions, perfect. Plot, what more do you want from a space plot? Like, what more could have gone right or wrong? Like, it's just a perfect 10. I'm arguing to give it a 9.5 because for me a 10 would sit like, oh, rewatchability, if that makes sense. And it's not really one that I'd go back and watch. It's like, I've had my full cake, my full meal. This has been a blessed meal. I'm sat down, perfect. But other than that, critically, I've got to give it a 10 out of 10. So yeah, that's been my movie review for Interstellar. What a watch. Maybe it came out in 2014. I'm 11 years late, but better late than never is what they say. So thank you for watching. If you like the review, more will come soon. And peace.